I was in high school at the time, and I had some good friends of mine that we were kind of in a garage band with. And two of them were in the same regiment, and they were in the SYEP course the year before. And then they talked me into it. They say, "Oh, you got to join, you got to join." So I needed a summer job. The Army was something that, I'd been thinking about, in addition to the police force. And so I joined for the summer. The very first incident that I went through that I thought I was under suspicion for being gay was the interview to get in the first place. It was a female captain, and she was asking me all kinds of questions, like, are you homosexual? Do you like women? Have you been with a woman before? And like, these questions were just coming out of nowhere for me. I didn't expect it. And the way she was questioning me, it was like she really thought I was. And at the time I was 17 and I didn't know myself. I was just discovering myself at the time. I did join the LGBTQ class action lawsuit. And part of that, I had to do a submission of what happened when I was in the Army, um, to describe how it impacted my life now. And I did something pretty much as an outline, and it didn't have a lot of detail. So I showed it to my wife, and she said to me, she goes, I know it's going to be hard, but I want you to take 3 days and then just, get these thoughts, dig them back out of the back of your brain that you've been, socking them away in, which I did do. I suppressed a lot of stuff. And then, wow, like the things that I remembered that, I put away for so long, it just poured out. And then, I had all these incidents and stories like that I put on paper. But emotionally and everything, it really affected me for quite a while to bring that back up again. I think the worst one was there was a guy from another regiment. What was it? We were in Fort Drum, New York. I was lining up like in an ice cream truck or something, and he was in line with me and suggested I get, I think it was a banana split or something. I'd never had one before in my life, so I tried it. We started chatting, um, became friends, dated for a bit. We didn't do anything sexually at the time because I wasn't there yet. Because like I said, I was quite young, and that was just me. So anyway, one time, was it, he lived um, Downsview, base Downsview. His dad was a major actually. And anyway, his parents went out for the night. He was a chef too, like for a regular job at a restaurant downtown. And so, um, what was it? My parents loaned us the car, went from Mississauga to his place in Downsview. He cooked a really nice meal, got candlelight, bottle of wine. And then he's pouring the wine, and then for everything, it was like toast to this, toast to that. Next thing, and I wasn't a drinker back then at all. And, I had like 2 glasses of white wine. I was drunk. So anyway, so he takes me down to his room. Okay, lay down for a bit. Next thing I know, he's taken off all my clothes, gets on top of me from behind. He's holding me down. He basically is, having sex without my consent. So it's a rape. I'm throwing up. He's still going. Like, really? I locked myself in the bathroom after having a shower. I remember him having to pick the lock and everything. And yeah, yeah. So that was the worst thing that I remember. Yeah. Even though the government announced that it would be okay for um, homosexuals to be in the military. I felt that the government was forced to do that because of a superior court order that somebody brought against them. So they had no choice. So I felt that they were just going through the motions, and it didn't really mean anything. Um, and then if you did get hired, would you be promoted or would you be held back because of your sexual orientation. After I resigned from the armed forces, I was in the police force as a constable for about 8 years. Yeah, and that one I had to hide too, because it wasn't acceptable to be gay in the police force either. Like we actually got threatened that, oh, pride parade's on this weekend. There's going to be cameras everywhere. If any one of you are caught on camera, just being there watching the parade, you're fired, you know? Um, so I left there and I went to Ministry of Transportation. I was there for 32 years. I just retired 2 months ago, early. And about a year and a half ago, well, about 2 years ago, I met my wife to be. Actually, we're getting married this year very soon. Actually, we're just planning now. I think we're gonna elope actually first. It's very exciting with her. I'm telling you. You know, she's she's got a lot of drive. I think we drive each other to get things done. We just opened up, well, we just started two not-for-profit organizations, and one's performing arts. So she's going to be teaching children singing, dancing, acting, all kinds of things like that. And then the other one we have, it's a small shelter for women in need, so we can take one or two women and their children, because we have a really quite a fair size house, and then we've got the bunkie here too that they can stay in if they need to.